We have with us on the line now Mr. George Vedveridis, who's chairman of the youth of New Jersey, and he's going to fill us in on the Junior Olympics, which opened today. It's being held right now at St. Nicholas in Newark. Mr. Vedveridis, how's it going?
Well, so far we're pretty well organized in terms of 8 churches being represented in this year's Junior Olympics, which is the 6th annual program. Today is primarily set aside for the indoor events, where we have approximately 150 participants who will be gathering here at St. Nicholas to play in chess, checkers, and indoor table tennis. The program is starting now. It's in progress and will last throughout the day and terminate this afternoon at approximately 5 to 6 p.m.
And this, I believe, it continues as well next weekend at St. Demetrios, the Water Stadium in Perth Amboy, the outdoor events. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct, Lou. The way we've set it up is that today is primarily the indoor aspects of the program. Next Saturday, we will have the preliminary runoff of outdoor events, which include both track and field. We will have events including 100-yard dash, 880-yard relays, 440-yard relays, and similar running programs. And this is both for boys and girls. The winners of these programs are then put into final events beginning on Sunday. On Sunday morning, we start off with a divine liturgy at St. Demetrios Church, which is to be celebrated by Bishop Silas of the Archdiocese in New York, and to be assisted by the parish priest in New Jersey who can come for that liturgy. Following the liturgy, we will have the Olympic March at Water Stadium, which is a depiction, really, of the International Game Olympic program that takes place and that will be taking place this coming summer up in Montreal. We have a parade of athletes come in with advisors and with the, of course, participants in their colors, in their church colors. They parade around the stadium and then congregate for the actual lighting of the torch, which takes place by the Olympic runner who comes into the stadium, comes up to the Olympic torch, and then starts the day's program. Following that, there is the beginning of the 5-mile marathon, which involves, I would say, roughly offhand, going from past experience, approximately 40 youth who run for approximately 5 miles through the downtown streets of Perth Amboy and then terminate in Water Stadium. Following that are the final events, both indoor and outdoor. And that evening, we have the highlight of the program, which is the dinner dance of the Olympics for 1976.
And spectators are invited to all these events?
Spectators are invited. There is no admission charge to the stands. As far as the dinner dance is concerned, that is confined to the pre-registration of parents, advisors, clergymen, and the participants.
Okay, that should about do it. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Vedveridis, and give our regards down there.
My pleasure, and we, of course, are looking forward to a great program again this year.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you again.
Okay, right, bye.
Okay, we're here with Mr. Bill Theophilakos, who's chairman of the 7th Annual Junior Olympics sponsored by St. Demetrios and Perth Amboy. It's a bit damp today out here, but thank God the weather is holding out. It isn't as anticipated that it would have heavy rain today, but the kids seem to be enjoying themselves. There's a race going on currently right now, and let's hear a few words from Mr. Theophilakos. Mr. Theophilakos, how have things been going yesterday and also today?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, thank God the weather's holding out. This is our 7th annual Junior Olympics, and the response has been terrific. The kids are enjoying themselves. Perth Amboy, as a participant, is not doing as well as we love to have them do this year, but that's not the main purpose of these Junior Olympics. Primarily to get these kids together and get to know each other, socialize, and that's the main thing. At this point, Asbury's done very well, and it looks like they'll be pretty much the champions this year. The other standings at this point I couldn't tell you specifically, but by and large we're doing very nicely. The bishop was down today, which was a surprise. He found time to come down and say a few words and give us his blessing, which was terrific. And as in the past, Perth Amboy, the mayor and all the officials were courteous and gracious enough to allow us to use their facilities, and they offered them again for continuous use for the years to come, which is a very nice thing on their part. And all I can say is God bless the kids, God love them, and that's about the story. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Theophilakos. Okay. Είμαστε εδώ στις Ολυμπιακές Αγώνες εδώ στο Perth Amboy, στο Water Stadium, και τέλος πάντων κάνει λίγο βροχούλα, πέφτει, αλλά δεν είναι η βροχή που λέγανε ότι θα πέσει σήμερα, και είναι πάρα πολλοί κόσμος εδώ, τα παιδιά όλοι εδώ και αγωνίζονται στους Ολυμπιακούς Αγώνες εδώ που έχει ο Άγιος Δημήτριος στο Περθ Άμπωη. Και τώρα είμαστε εδώ μαζί με τον διευθυντή του Olympics, ο κύριος Θεοφυλάκος, όπου θα μας πει δύο λόγια για πώς πηγαίνει τα Olympics εχθές και πώς πηγαίνουν σήμερα. Κύριε Θεοφυλάκο.
Για το καιρό είμαστε πολύ ευχαριστημένοι. Ο Θεός είναι μαζί μας και μας βοήθησε και φαίνεται πως θα τελειώσουμε τα Junior Olympics με καλή τάξη. Το σπουδαιότερο πράγμα τώρα είναι not τόσο πολύ ποιος και ποιος θα κερδίσει, αλλά είναι αγάπη με τα παιδιά μας να συνοηθούν και να σμίξουν και να περνάνε καλά. Αυτό είναι το μεγαλύτερο πράγμα. Ευχαριστώ πολύ και αυτά.
Δεν μου λέτε τώρα που σας έχω εδώ, πώς αρχίσανε οι αγώνες, από πότε αρχίσανε και ποιος τα άρχισε και πώς έχει μεγαλώσει, δηλαδή από πώς είναι.
Είναι τώρα τη 7 χρονιά. Πρώτα ήταν 2-3 communities και είχαμε μεγαλώσει σαν 11, αλλά το περασμένο χρόνο με το depression και όλα αυτά τα παιδιά δεν μπορούν όλα τα communities να κάνουν attend γιατί δεν είχαν τα λεφτά, πώς να το πούμε. Λοιπόν, το επόμενο χρόνο we're hoping είμαστε να έρθουν πίσω ήδη 10-15 πίσω και θα είναι πιο καλύτερα και πιο μεγαλύτερο το Junior Olympics, να διασκεδάσουν τα παιδιά και να περνάνε καλά με αγάπη και αυτά.
Μήπως θα προχωρήσει σε άλλα states, μήπως θα καλέσετε τη Νέα Όρκη, άλλα states μήπως?
Αυτό ήταν στο νου μας, αλλά πρώτα θέλουμε να βάλουμε όλο το Νιου Τζέρσεϊ να είναι participants και από εκεί είχαμε ιδέα να καλέσουμε το Pennsylvania, Philadelphia και το Staten Island και είναι άλλα μέρη στο New York, στο Rhode Island και τέτοια, αλλά σιγά σιγά να μεγαλώσουμε εμείς εδώ στο Περθ Άμπωη. Είμαστε sure πως όλοι μας έχουμε participate στο Olympics να πούμε.
Εντάξει, ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ και continued success. Καλή τύχη να έχετε πάντοτε.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Okay, we're here with the marathon winner, Vic Stevens, who represented St. George of Piscataway. And from what I understand, I wasn't here, it was a great race, they told me. And just tell us a little bit about what your time was and who was the second place finisher, how far behind was he?
I hear my time was 31 minutes. I don't know the exact seconds. The man behind me, I got on the track and I was walking around for a while and he still hasn't come onto the track.
Do you know if that's any record or anything like that?
They didn't announce anything right away.
Okay. Have you been running track in high school? What high school you go to? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
I go to Franklin High School. I run track, but I'm not no star there. I try though.
Good enough though to win the marathon. How many people ran in the race?
I'd say maybe 20 people ran in the race.
And it was what, 5 miles?
It was 5 miles, yes.
Were there any problems along the way? Like, did you stop to run all the way? How does that operate, the marathon?
Around 4 of the 5 miles in the race, I had a cramp. It wasn't too bad, but it was stinging my side. I'd say the last half mile, it went away, but the last half mile was all uphill.
You were pretty far ahead then, not to worry.
Right. Since I was so far ahead, it didn't matter that much.
Okay, thank you very much and continued success. First of all, before you leave, are you going to participate any more today?
I ran the quarter today. I came in 4th. I guess the marathon killed me. I was supposed to run the mile, but they have a substitute in for me now.
Okay, good enough. Thank you very much, Vic.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.